I'll tell you what, I do love Teferi.
Teferi's
Bolas.
that's fair.
Like,
Bolas is sweet.
Bolas does the same thing as Teferi, except for I don't get to untap my lands, but you exile something.
Yeah.
I draw and you exile.
Robert has the new Tamia. What does the new Tamia do? That like it regrowths. It's -3 is or it's -2 I guess is a regrowth.
How do you spell Tamio?
Tamio, and then just press enter. to find it.
Tamio. No cards found.
That is definitely how Tamio is spelled. Tamio.
English was not my strong suit.
Well, this isn't an English name. Collector of Tales.
It's
so,
English letters.
I mean, yeah, but like Romanji is just a thing.
Spells and abilities your opponent's
Control
control
can't
can't cause you to discard cards, so nothing.
So this seems good against John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Choose a land card name or
and the -3 is regrowth. Okay. The plus is like I don't know how much that's worth on average.
The plus is probably nothing.
Well, I don't know if it's worth like a quarter of a card or half of a card. I think it's what? What are the odds of finding a 4 of the top 4? Kind of low. I estimate
Very
like
low.
15 to 20% is my guess. Is that a
That,
difference between in hand?
I'd say it's probably like 10 to 15% chance.
Well, I don't know, and I'm too lazy to do the math right now. I could like write down it.
You go to, you're in college for this math
Yeah,
stuff.
I can write down an equation for it. I know how to do that. I just
There you go.
I don't know.
Get to it, Chief.
why?
What? We need to be professional here, okay? We need to know these equations. Anyway, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, though. That's the big key.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I mean, the static's useful in some matchups. Here, it's just
I'm talking this matchup
yeah.
specifically.
In this matchup, Tamio can just draw a couple cards over the course of a few turns.
Yeah.
And the plus might just spike a card.
So
it's
what
worth
have
something
we seen
sometimes.
so far? Because I've been paying attention to this.
Well, Robert casts a Growth Spiral, which Blue White can't beat. And
Okay.
now there is whatever that thing's called. on
Wall of
Suspend.
Omens.
What is that spell called?
What?
Search for Tomorrow on Suspend. Growth Spiral's a nightmare to play. Robert missed a land drop?
Robert missed a land drop.
Oh,
in
okay,
a,
then
in
this
a
is fine.
45 land deck.
Bulligan, 10 out of 10. Oh, he has the new Teferi in the deck as well. He vetoes the... Alright, that's a play.
I 100% agree with it.
I wouldn't have done it, but it might be correct.
He's missed a land
And just,
drop.
yeah, no. It's probably correct. I'm just not that aggressive of a player.
Well, maybe you need to be.
Maybe. I might have played the field instead of the Glacial Portrait. No, never mind, I'm dumb. Okay. This is all fine.
You can't do instant speed stuff.
Yeah, so...
God, that's
Oh my
such
goodness.
a hoser.
Yeah, I need this new Teferi as well.
Yeah.
There are,
Ooh,
like,
I don't know if I
multiple
pulled
cards
one.
in the new set
Did I
that
pull
need.
one?
I didn't.
I think I did. I bought a box last night.
Yeah. How much did it cost?
110. Oh, the card or the box?
The card.
Oh, I don't know.
My guess is 15. I don't want to spend 15 on a Teferi again.
Well, Nicol Bolas is almost 30, so
14.
wow.
I don't want to spend money on Teferis again.
Oh,
Feels bad.
no.
Time Raveler is all... I think this Teferi is kind of... It's really good against blue decks, obviously. I think it's quite
And
possibly
burn.
not good enough anywhere else.
Burn would be pretty good against Burn.
I mean, they can just main phase all their spells, and they still kill you if you don't have interaction. Like,
Yeah, but that means they can't.
it becomes harder for them to pressure your mana
Yeah,
in the way they
exactly.
want to, but it doesn't really make...
I would keep it in against Burn. Heartbeat.
I might not have Teferi in my main deck. I might have it in my sideboard, I'm not sure. I need to think about it. I want to own 2 of them. I'm just not
I
sure
think
what
it
I put them.
depends on the meta, obviously, if it's main or side. 'Cause, like I can definitely see an argument for the side.
Mm. Who's
Oh.
plusing Tamio? What is he name? What is he name?
Let's go. Probably Scapesh or Search Tomorrow.
Whatever.
Is he reveal?
You get every copy that you see?
Yeah.
Or just one?
Yeah, every copy.
Of all cards of the chosen name? Okay.
Oh, into your graveyard. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. He's just gonna grab whatever. What do you name?
Yeah, because the
I
thing
don't know.
synergizes itself, so you can...
Detention sphere.
And then is this... So this Teferi is plusing again, I suppose?
Yeah.
This Teferi not building towards an also makes it plus a lot less threatening, but... No, there's a divination on layaway. The static ability, I think,
That's
is where it
cute.
matters, though. Right, that's the same as Teferi Mage's Zolfir's ability, essentially, except this costs 3 instead of 5.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh.
Return up to 1 target artifact. Oh, so you can use them on 3 to just draw a card. You don't actually have to try to bounce anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you let that go. I think he even has he just has a mana leak in hand anyway, so
Yeah, this is where
he
you
might
need
mana
a
leak this, yeah.
It's not going to get any better.
Mana leak can still counter a 4 for another turn or so, but that might not be enough.
Are we really caring about bolting this Teferi?
He can't just draw a card with it now for free. Right, like the static ability matters enough that probably he's gonna plus it, which means that you've denied him a card. So there's Lightning Bolt traded for 1 card, which is kind of fine. I mean, Lightning Bolt's generally terrible in the matchup. Usually it trades for 0 cards.
Oh, yeah.
Flame Slash.
Okay.
The worst Flame Slash I've ever seen, actually.
In this matchup, it'll be the best.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the best thing it can do. He really needs to start drawing cards, though. He's not really... Wait, does he just have 2 more fielder? My goodness. I don't think I'd start fielding. Yeah, it seems fine.
Oh,
His hand is
man.
Verdict and 2 lands. Yeah, just draw. Is it opponent controls or is it just target artifact creature or enchantment?
Oh, for Teferi?
Yeah,
Oh.
because I
How do you
might
spell
not have
Teferi?
Teferi. I might not have minded minusing on my own.
How do I go down?
2 fingers down or that. I might not have minded bouncing the Wall of Omens if it's possible. Far right. Just click on it.
It's just to its owner's hand.
So it's not in opponent controls. Okay. So I might have wanted to bounce that. I guess you can bounce the Wall of Omens later. Like you're not really in a rush.
I mean, why does it matter? You have another Teferi where you can just draw a card.
What do you
So,
mean?
oh, so you're trying to draw 2 cards.
Yeah, that lets you draw a second card.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
his hand just doesn't do anything. He has mana. And you're not really fighting over mana right now anyway.
Teferi's
because-
Isle. Oh, it's got phasing. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say their card's gas.
Okay, Robert just concedes. Really? I don't think he was far enough behind there to merit conceding.
Can we bring phasing to modern?
Basic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a card from the time spiral time shifted cheat with phasing.
Well, so
I actually don't know.
they confirmed that there are double digits of mechanics in Modern Horizons.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So,
My colorblind and Robert drop a color. He is playing 3 colors instead of 4. I think
Yeah,
this deck usually has 4 colors in it
well,
with Bring the Light,
yeah, it's,
but right now he
he's
doesn't.
usually playing Bring the Light, but he's
This
just
week he's
playing
decided.
Rug Scapeshift. So I'm sure it's just 4 Scapeshifts and that's it. Well,
Anyway.
Bring the Light runs 2.
So the giveaway this week, Phantasmal Image from Modern Masters. I think we decided it was 2013.
Yes.
The ticket system is the same as always. It costs 25 points to buy a ticket. There's no limit on how many tickets a single person can get. The giveaway ends May 7th at 10 p.m. during Tuesday Night Modern, so that's next week's Tuesday Night Modern. The commands are !points to see the number of points you have, !enter to purchase exactly 1 ticket, and then !enter space some number to purchase that many tickets. !giveaway should give you some information, and then you can earn tickets. You get 500, or sorry, you earn points. You get 500 points for subscribing to the channel. You get 50 points for following the channel. You get 1, if you cheer bits, you get 1 point for every bit that you cheer. And if you're just watching the stream, you get 5 points for every 10 minutes that you watch the stream. And if you're a subscriber, you instead get 10 points for every 10 minutes you watch the stream. So I don't know how much that Phantasmal Image is worth. Probably a pretty good amount. And if you're watching, the points are just free. So you might as well
When
enter.
humans became like a monstrous thing, it jumped up to like 40. Or
It
not
does one.
40.
Phantasmal Image is probably worth a pretty good amount. right
Jumped up to like 15 to 20-ish, so it's probably down to like 10.
now. Sure.
Something like that, I don't know.
Point is 3 value. Points
Yeah,
are
dude.
where it's at.
And if you have that Amazon Prime, hit us up.
Or you can just be woken and collect points.
Or do both.
Fair enough.
Why not both?
Um,
Why not?
So what are the things that happened that game? Robert's mana was awkward.
Yeah, he missed a bunch of land drops.
Teferi was kind of a big deal. It made it so Robert's counter magic could never work. Maybe Teferi and Dovin's Veto make this matchup a lot better than they were before. Maybe that
Yeah.
matters a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
not certain.
Jovin's Veto? Gas.
Dovin's Veto's insane.
Yeah. Like when I saw that, all right, real though. How many counter spells are you running in your deck when Modern Horizons drops? The card.
Once the card counterspell gets printed?
Yeah.
Assuming it gets printed.
It's gonna get printed.
I would cut my... Okay, so I obviously cut my Logic Knots and my Negates.
100%.
So that puts me to at
You
least
drop
2.
a negate? How many negates you run?
Logic Knot, my Mana Leak, sorry. My Negates are already Dovin's Vetoes.
Okay.
So I might... I think Dovin's Veto becomes a sideboard card, and the main deck of Dovin's Veto gets replaced by Counterspell, so I'm on 3 to 4 Counterspell in the main. Once if it gets printed.
Interesting. I guess that makes sense. I'm more on the 3-color control.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm using that 2 mana for anything.
Right.
It's just replacing worse 2 mana counterspells essentially.
Sure.
I think Dovin's Veto will still have a place in the sideboard though. Uncounterable matters a lot in some matchups.
I think.
That is strictly better than us.
I don't know. I can still see it main worthy.
Dovin's Veto. It's close. I think counter magic is small enough that it wouldn't be better than counterspell in the main deck spot. But it's like, well, I guess by
It's
that,
just a better negate.
I guess it's then not obvious what. Well, I wouldn't be playing negate. I'd be playing counterspell over negate.
One should be playing Dovin's Veto over negate because you're already running counterspell.
Yes. So the argument is counterspell or Dovin's Veto, right? So Dovin's Veto being a better negate doesn't actually make it necessarily better
No.
than counterspell.
You could
Right.
easily
No,
predict
I think counterspell's ability to counter more things matters more than Dovin's Veto's uncounterable in the main deck on average.
You know what's better than negate?
What?
Counterspell.
Counterspell?
Shards gas.
There's no black mana in my deck, dude. Also, the 2 life almost never matters for specifically me.
Sure, but
right now we're Gary.
If you're playing those colors, then the 2 life can matter. Also, yeah,
you know who's
counterspell's
playing those colors?
you.
This guy.
Counterspell's a very sweet card.
The best
I guess I'm
colors.
younger, so I guess I'm Ash.
Yeah, I mean I like Grixis quite a bit.
Blue and black. I mean, I don't have a blue-black legacy deck for nothing.
I think black is actually my second favorite color in Magic. I just like the way blue-white control decks play out
Not
more.
London Mulligan.
Yeah.
There's like more card advantage and more stuff that doesn't do anything.
I mean, you do have just a lot better sideboard.
Yeah, Stony Silence and Rest in Peace are incredibly powerful cards.
Yeah, they are.
I also get Wraths that aren't Damnation. Supreme Verdict matters. Subtle Wreckage can matter.
Yeah, but you also have a white damnation.
Yeah,
Literally.
I know. I just don't know it. Yeah, but like black's options for Wraths are different. And I don't like them as much. I prefer the white Wraths.
What are you talking about? Damnation's all you need. Oh my god, Bobber.
Uncounterable though.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine, yeah, but when are you really worrying about when it's getting countered?
The
In
Shadow?
Modern.
The Shadow.
Okay. Fine.
So is anything? I can't see much of Robertson. I saw Jace, Scape Shift. I don't know how many lands I was. Ooh, Repeal. That's a nice one.
Hell yeah.
Blue red white for me. Yeah, that's fair. I kind of like the way blue red control decks play out. Like they establish control of the game and then just turn the corner and deal 20 or so over the course of 2 turns, which feels pretty powerful. I just don't like it when you burn your opponent out of nowhere and win the game without being ahead. I just don't enjoy that kind of game as much.
No, that's great.
I also like having 9 to 10 basic lands in my deck instead of 4 to 5.
I'm sure that would be nice. But
It
I
is-
haven't had that many basic lands since I played Elves.
It is very nice. My basics, I have to decide whether I want the 7th island or the 3rd plains, and being able to make that decision feels pretty nice.
Oh man, such a tough decision.
I'm on 6-3 right now. Usually I'm on 7-2.
Where I'm just like, man, do I need a second swamp?
Can I actually afford this
I-
3rd island?
Can I afford this second swap? What does a second swap do for me? Nothing. Cool. Guess I'm going through Field of Ruins.
Field Ruin's also an incredibly good card.
For the longest time, I'm just like, I don't get it. It's just whatever. And then I play with it. I'm like,
No,
oh,
Field
this card's gas.
busted.
Well,
The card is so good.
I don't know about busted.
It's
No Jace, right? It doesn't win
Right.
the game.
Yeah, okay, but like, it's a land. It already produces mana, and then it's upsided, It's like huge. I think it's like one of the best utility lands ever printed.
The new Blast one.
Yeah, Blast
might hit
End's
up there.
incredibly good, I think.
That one might hit up there for sure.
Probably try to get 3 of those at some point. I'm not sure how many I'll actually be able to play because I don't think I feel comfortable cutting too many Field of Ruin because Field of Ruins also function for color fixing,
Yeah, but it'll show us how
which is
Ghost Quarter.
important. One. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
do that.
I would cut the Ghost Quarter with the Blast Zone. I'm just not sure if I'd be able to get the second one in.
Really where I wish I had my sideboard.
Probably not.
Maybe cut that 7th island.
Yeah? Yeah. So no, then you'll never have to worry about seventh island.
Yeah. 7-2 versus 6-3.
Yeah. So you're always just 6-2.
Sure.
Got it.
Can you? This Jace is really awkward.
Why?
Because it doesn't have an answer. It's really, really annoying to play against in this spot.
Oh, and yep. As soon as Robert adjusts his sitting position.
I would play Blast Zone in the main. It does enough things, and the cost of having it in your deck's pretty low, right? It's a colorless land.
Yeah, it's 100%
That's kind of
main.
fine. I have a lot of generic mana symbols in my deck anyway,
Yeah.
so
So
it's fine.
for something like a 3-color control, probably not. But 2-color, like
Yeah.
he's easily able to just run
Yeah.
with that.
Since I can already afford at least 5 and possibly 6 colorless lands, I think I can easily play 1 or 2 in the main.
Yeah. 100% agree. But yeah, with
It might even compete with the 4th Field of Ruin. Like, I might be able to play 3-3 between Field of Ruin and
don't
Blast
you
Zone.
already
I'm
have
not sure.
enough board wipes?
Oh, you're right. I forgot I also had Wrath. I don't know. It answers things that aren't creatures, right? Those are notoriously difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
guess
but
charging
you're
it's
white. You
much.
have a lot better options than I do.
Not in the main. I have like. Oh,
you
the
do
hand-
now.
Do I?
But the land blast.
Yeah,
blast
Blast
zone.
Zone.
Yeah. You're
So I'm
good.
trying to figure out how many Blast Zones I want. If I can get.
I can't see more than 2.
That's probably fair.
3
Murder
seems
tokens.
abundant.
3's kind of a lot.
4 is just.
Oh,
overkill.
Blast Zone can't ever kill a token, by the way, because it enters with 1 and destroys exact CMC.
I'm pretty sure there's ways to remove counters.
I mean, yeah, okay, so you have to remove a charge counter from your Blast Zone, but that's not trivial.
Yeah. That's like the one downside. But
I'm gonna try.
really, when are you worrying about tokens in
Yeah,
Modern?
usually you're just taking it up to 2 and killing like multiple humans.
Yep.
Or
I
occasionally
do
a
like
combo.
how you're just like able to sink a ton of mana into it. You're like, I need to kill this 7-drop. All right,
Yeah, it's something.
drop 14 mana into
It's
it.
like something to do sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Like, with Wilderness Reclamation, you just like sink
Yeah.
a bunch of mana into it, untap it again. Like, yeah, it seems fine.
It gives me another main deck answer to Liliana, which matters quite a bit.
Yeah,
That's a nice feeling.
yeah, true. But it's also going to be hard to get it answered if you're playing against Rock, because they'll just kill it.
One main, one side. I'm generally opposed to sideboarding lands, but
Yeah,
like usually I found that if I want to sideboard a land, I can just fit it in the main anyway. Because my mana is not that tight. Maybe if you're playing more than 2 colors, that matters more. But with 2 colors, I can sort of just fit whatever lands I want in the main without a problem. I could be wrong though. We'll see how it shakes out. I'm not the premier expert on blue-white, as it turns out the public opinion essentially is.
Aren't you scared of full snap hold?
So we'll see what people end up on in the future. I am kind of curious what ends up being the standard number of Blast Zones.
I think it'll be still 4 Field of Ruins. No
Yeah, my
Ghost
guess is 4
Quarters.
Field of Ruin and then up maybe 2 Blast Zone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to run one, but it's so hard to. I'd have to cut a Field of Ruin, and I just don't think I can do that.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Now, don't get me wrong, I do want to build blue-white control, which I pretty much can now. I just need
How on
the
earth
lands.
is Narsavage still at card parity?
Do what?
How is he not way behind on cards? Oh, he was behind by like 2 cards. Never mind. That makes sense. So
That I will.
you spell snare that for sure.
Nah, it's fine.
Did Robert not play land? Is that a mountain? That is a mountain in hand, right?
Yeah, I think you already played land.
He played it before. Oh, he was playing around Mana League. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense.
Get a Halipound in my hand.
So he managed to resolve this tireless tracker. I'm not sure if he's.
Wow, we really have 47 viewers.
I think the primary threat here is actually the Jace. Like the tireless tracker sort of. Like if you don't answer it, it will kill you, but it's not that hard to answer. So I don't think we're too invested in it. This Jace is like a real problem now. He left him?
So when do you start fate sealing with Jace? What's your opinion on that?
I don't know, it depends. Usually I don't fate seal my opponent unless I have a pretty good sense of what's in their hand. But I don't think I'd start fate sealing now. I'll sometimes start fate sealing just because I think I'm gonna run short on time. But if I have a second thread in play, I usually just continue brainstorming. And then against decks that have a small number of high impact cards, I'll usually start fate sealing very quickly.
Yeah.
But blue white's not that kind of deck, right?
Yeah.
Blue white, pretty much every card in the deck's the same thing.
Yeah, I think in this matchup, it's just straight.
Yeah, getting ahead of card matters a lot.
Yeah, that's what this matchup's gonna end up being.
In the mirror, I don't usually start fate sealing until I also have a Teferi in play.
Yeah, but at that point, you're just winning.
Yeah, but I need to actually win the game.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I don't usually fate seal unless I have another card that's also winning me the game.
You know, another way you can just win the game.
Colonnade.
You know, another way.
Snapcast Mage.
Jeez, just say no.
Vendilion Click.
No.
Teferi himself.
No.
MTG's new plan. I don't.
New plan.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
What's
about.
the new plan? No, I was gonna say ulting the new Dragon God when they don't have any legendaries out,
Oh well.
and then you just win.
Yeah, that would do it.
Well, you don't win; they lose.
Sure.
The wording on it.
Fine.
Gotta be specific in Magic. Yeah, I don't know what plan you're talking about. I'd like to know. Is it about how they're gonna, what they're gonna give the people that they screwed over during the Mythic Edition buy?
Well, that wasn't Wizards' fault. That was eBay's fault, actually.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay for it? Wizards.
Well, eBay's gonna refund the things. Wherever the money is, it'll just be going
No,
back.
they've already refunded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Wizards
yeah.
got to do something for that.
Right.
It's like, hey, we know we kind of screwed up because we let 40,000 more get ordered.
Right.
So
That was eBay's fault, though. That was the eBay client that messed up. So like, it's gonna get blamed on Wizards because that's just how that works. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't really their fault.
I don't know. There's a lot of like sketchy information going around right now. Like it's like all rumors about like, oh, they said 12,000. We just ordered 40. So how many did they actually print?
12,000.
Yeah, 12,000.
Yeah. My understanding is that the eBay website kind of got overwhelmed
Yeah,
by
I
there
think it
being
was just
50,000 orders within like 1
Yeah.
minute. The gold card in Robert's hand.
if we could see it.
Um.
Robert, reveal your hand. Oh, that looks like
Electrolyze?
Oh, that's a
Destructive
yeah,
Revelry.
destructive.
I'm curious what that's. I guess blue-white often plays Rune Halo, so it destroys that.
That.
Although I don't
and,
think you're too worried about Rune Halo anyway.
He also
We give
saw
otherwise again?
detention sphere.
Right, yeah, okay, detention sphere matters.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Rune
Without
Halo.
knowing Robert's sideboard, are you taking out detention sphere then?
No.
Like if you don't know Robert's sideboard,
No, you almost never side out D-sphere.
really?
Yeah.
I guess if
It's your
there's-
answer to whatever their nonsense sideboard cards are, and if they're a blue deck, then they have Planeswalkers most of the time. And you kind of need to answer those, and Colonnade's a really inefficient way to do it.
That's true.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't found a time to put the Snapcast Mage into... Oh, there just isn't a Snap anymore. Never mind. My mistake. Well, this Surge might kind of be able to fight with this Jace. And with the Teferi and play Robert's cards are a little bit less effective than usual.
Is that
Yeah, but there is an Emrakul the Promised End in hand, which makes this kind of
That's great.
sketchy.
Robert, you're great. Never
I guess that'll get Disdainful Stroke, and then Patrick will just like lose the game to the trigger probably.
Just cast it.
Well,
Can he
how
cast
much damage can Robert even do with a trigger? He can Field of Ruin fail to find, Polluted Delta fail to find. So he can double Stone Rain.
Would you like to have even more?
He can Teferi bounce the Search. What else is in this guy's hand? And then he can recast Search and Mana Leak it.
Have you ever like physically held Robert's cards?
Yeah. One of my Jaces used to belong to him.
Oh, I'm so sorry for that, Jace.
It's fine. I treat my cards about the same way he does. I think I'm like slightly less hard on them, but
Dude, there's no way you can be as rough as him. He's like real rough.
that's fair. Yeah, his shock lens are pretty rough. They actually feel different from other Magic cards when you hold
Yeah,
them.
I went to borrow a Burning Catacomb from him, and I went to put it into a sleeve. I like took it out of his sleeve. I was like, dude,
It's like noticeably bent.
it's like, well, it's not even that, but it's like it's just so thin because of like how he like
Yeah.
just plays,
Yeah.
which is fine if you know.
Well, they're his cards.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't really.
Like that's what I keep telling people. Like they'll keep like smack talking his cards. I'm like, so here's the thing.
They do not belong to you.
Yeah,
they belong to
they
him.
don't belong to you, and he's the type of person where if he's looking to get rid of those cards, he would play with them better, right? I've let him borrow a deck and literally watched him on stream play with it, and he was very gentle with it.
Right.
If it's the type of person that's not going to get rid of those cards, he doesn't care.
Yeah, they're his.
As
so
long
it
as they're
doesn't matter.
playable.
That's sort of my rationale too.
Yeah, which is fine. Like,
Also, my cards' conditions don't deteriorate all that fast.
I don't think I've like any card that I've owned has like any kind of noticeable wear from me.
Well, cards that I owned when I used to play casually, like without sleeves, obviously they're in pretty bad shape. but-
Rip. Yeah. Surgical.
So this game, was he surgical?
I have no idea. I don't even know.
Curious what he could be targeting.
Probably cryptic.
Oh, he could be targeting Cryptic, yeah. That would make sense. And Robert can't do anything about that because of the Teferi.
Very, very good cards.
He
Yeah.
just needed to wait for something to go on the stack. Or, I guess just to gain priority. Nothing needed to go on the stack.
I'll keep it open. Is that Ember Pool the Promise then? Yes.
So he got a Cryptic. The rest of this hand's still pretty scary, though. Right, like that.
Is
Ember
it though? You're only scared of the Everpool?
And the Scape Shift.
How I beat that Ember.
Sure.
I think I've been playing for it the entire time.
And this Jace is still in play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always fetch.
I'm amazed this is still a game after this Jace has been playing for so long. He is down 4 cards, though. Yeah. So Scape Shift gets mana leaked.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's like really hard to deal with, though, because next turn he can just snap Scape Shift.
Yeah. And then
I think this Jace has basically won the game by itself. Right, it's put Robert up now 4 cards, I think.
no, he's brainstormed with him like almost 6 times.
Yeah.
6 or 7. He's had him out since like turn
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. In all reality, it's only been
4,
like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
what,
6.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh yeah, I know.
I hate this Teferi every time.
but yeah, I think that's actually what decided this game is that he
I should.
Robert resolved a Jace on a board with nothing else,
Yeah. Yep.
and Patrick just never answered it.
I had nothing but lands.
All right. Sweet. We finally get to a game 3 tonight.
Yeah, and
Hell
with
yeah.
25 minutes left, that's actually pretty impressive for a matchup like this.
Well, with
I guess the
players being both very comfortable with their
yeah,
decks.
they're both playing pretty fast. Game 1 ended reasonably quickly. Robert conceded when he still had a chance to win the game, but he was like he felt he was far enough behind, which is fair. That's what you're supposed to do against blue,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And then
Like, it's a whole nother skill set to know when it's just a little too far behind.
yeah, knowing when to scoop as and against control decks is actually a pretty important skill to develop.
BB Rock.
Like the I think blue white versus Tron is a very bad matchup if you don't know how to concede quickly,
I mean, I 100%
and a slightly favored matchup if you do.
Yeah.
Because you'll often lose game 1, but you like have to play it out, and sometimes you'll be in a position where you can still win, but you're probably less than like 5% or something,
Yeah.
and you're tempted to play that out, but you really shouldn't, so that you can actually complete 2 board games.
Yeah, like I remember I played against some guy a long time ago. I forget what I was playing, but he was just like the advantage bar was on his side completely.
Yeah.
Not like completely, but like there was like a couple draws that I just knew that I could get myself back in the game and potentially win. And I'm just like, it's not worth it. Go to
Yeah.
game 3.
You
gotta
like-
go to game 3.
You need time to win.
Yeah, like I know I'm gonna win when I go. If I go to game 3, I'm on the play. I'm just gonna win.
Yeah.
That's just how the matchup was. Like, and like my friends were like,
What'd you concede?
"Why'd you concede?" And then afterwards, I explained it to them. They're like, "Oh,
Okay, fair enough.
cool." I'm like, "Yeah, as soon as we go to game 3, I'm gonna win this." And I just was done looking at his face.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm not. I'm actually not sure who wins this matchup.
Well,
I think the new cards from War of the Spark actually matter in blue-white. I'm not sure if they matter enough to actually make a favorite though. Right, because
from what we've been seeing, it's been mattering quite a lot.
yeah, but Scapesh's sideboard plan is also pretty good. They just bring in a bunch of like good creatures.
Oh yeah.
They might even have. He might even have Throne. I'm not sure. Throne's
He also won the
hard to
game
deal with.
because he had a Jason play for 5 turns.
But-
because I played like a dumbass.
But Tireless Track is good. Robert, like there's still the old problem of like if there isn't a Teferi in play, Robert's better at fighting counter magic fights, except for Devin's veto. So with the exception of those exact two cards, Scapesh is still ahead in the matchup. But I don't know if Narsavage has enough of those. Maybe he's pretty good. Chasing all that.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of
Yeah.
ad nauseam lists with that. I think it's pretty sweet.
I'm kind of curious if that Jace will end up having a place in the format long term.
The old double island Steve, growth spiral, emerald.
Maybe it can just straight up replace Lab Band, I'm not sure.
Reman,
I don't know enough about the actual comment.
So
I would assume the mana matters, but it might not.
it kind of does. It all depends on how late in the game you're going off. Because I used to play that deck quite a bit.
So it depends on like how much mana you have left over after casting the ad nauseam.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Because typically after you cast ad nauseum, you'll be lucky to have one still floating, and
Sure.
then on top of the 4 laboratory mania or the 4
SSGs,
spirit
yeah.
guides. But then after that, it's like, how are you getting a 3 blue?
Yeah, the triple blue is a real problem. You like need to mana Morphos for that, which means you have to ad nauseam for one less than you.
Yeah, so then you're also forcing yourself to play Manamorphose, which is also just cutting out cards. From
Right.
In reality, the Elspeth, if I was playing.
Just being able to search for stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all the cantrips that you have, like, it's kind of hard to cut one just to filter mana.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Now, don't get me wrong, I've had to, like, play a land.
Well, no, you can filter off of. You can't filter off of Pentaprism. That's
You
a it's a sunburst though.
Yeah, so, like, yeah.
You can
just like I
filter-
was going to say, like, I was going to, like, play a land, exile to cast it,
To cast, yeah, sure.
just so I could filter
And then
it.
that gives you 2 blue. So it lets you filter a red into a blue if you do that.
So,
Sure.
you're still, like, 1 blue. But I did do a little play testing with Ad Nauseam with Asfertold,
Goodness, we did okay.
and you can kill on turn 2.
Asfertold?
Yep.
Where does Asfertold matter?
Free Lotus Blooms.
So those ones? Okay.
And then on top of that, you can also, like, the next turn, you can cast your Angel's Grace for free.
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, I was trying to do some, like, dumb stuff with it. I was like, wait, Asfertold. Whoa.
Asfertold's a powerful card. Have you seen Scott's
I love
Blue-White
Scott's
Asfertold list?
Love it.
That's one of the coolest decks
He's great.
I think I've ever seen.
Fairy 5 up top.
Okay, well, Robert's missing land drops again, so if Patrick can actually do anything quickly, then he goes firmly in his court. But one of the weaknesses of Blue-White is that it doesn't always do anything. Like, you can pretty frequently just fail to punish your opponent on missing land drops.
Yeah.
The punish is resolving a Planeswalker, which he doesn't have in hand. So
Alright.
he'll be able to stop the next couple things Robert does, but that won't last forever. Okay, you killed this replicate.
So, what's your opinion on this new Neoform deck rising up?
I don't
You
think.
don't know it?
No, there's Allosaurus Rider, right?
Yeah, Allosaurus Rider.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. Get a Gristle Daddy.
Seems whatever. You're relying on having a 4 of in your opening hand in order to really do anything.
Yeah, but it kind of consistent on killing turn 0.
Well there? Oh god.
I mean, you need to find the Allosaurus Rider plus 2 other green cards, plus Neoform and mana.
Yeah, and then you also
It's
have
like a lot of things.
Eldritch Revolution to help with that.
Yeah, Eldritch Revolution. Yeah, Eldritch Revolution acts as redundant copies of Neoform, but you don't have anything to act as redundant copies of Allosaurus Rider. So one half of your combo has exactly 4 of. You also need a bunch of supporting material with like other green cards.
Yeah, that's where the one annex, Chancellor comes
Chancellor of
in.
the Annex?
No, not Chancellor of the Annex, the green one.
Chancellor of the Tangle.
Yeah.
Liege of the Tangle?
No, it's a Chancellor.
Is it a Chancellor?
Yeah, because it has the
What's-
Chancellor effect.
What's Liege of the Tangle? What am I thinking?
I don't know.
It definitely is a change. I just forgot what the cycle was called.
But yeah, I've been watching some streamers do that.
Mhm.
and,
I've heard a lot about the deck. I think it's probably not going to be that good. Like a similar thing happened, I think, when Eldritch Evolution was printed. People tried to do stuff with Eldritch Evolution and Allosaurus Rider, and it just didn't end up working.
oh hey, sweet, you're
Are
great.
these storm tickets?
Yeah,
You see?
yeah. Thanks, you're great, Luke.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I don't know when I'll put the deck back together, but
I don't know why you'd ever take it apart. Storm's very cool. Oh, this.
because I wanted to play other decks.
Oh my
Elspeth,
goodness.
let's go.
Yeah. So I was about to say something about this is one of Devin's Veto's weaknesses, is sometimes there are creatures that matter, and then Elspeth is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Nigh unbeatable in this position.
I
You can
will
like,
say I do miss playing with Elspeth as well.
yeah, I kind of do too. I like just like slamming my 6-drop and instantly winning multiple matchups.
Yeah.
If you resolve an Elspeth against Jund, Death Shadow, any black-green variant, you just win the game.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I would like to concede.
It's a time their reinforcements every turn.
Yeah, well, half of one.
Is he bouncing the Colonnade?
Looks like it.
Is that actually the play? What a legend. Oh, bounce tap. Path something. Path that, what's it called?
Before you
Huntmaster?
get too zealous with these things.
I would, I think I saw a path in hand, and I'd definitely path the Huntmaster then. Letting Elspeth go to, maybe the land matters more than the loyalty? I don't know, it's close. This means that a similar play, okay. Oh, he's pathing his own soldier? Interesting.
In response, what's Bobbert gonna do?
I don't know. Bolt the Elspeth, maybe?
Oh, you know, he's gonna bolt the token.
No, that's an island.
What? Oh.
Repeal the token, destroyed.
Oh. So why are we fighting over that land?
Because it's free. Repeal's not doing much else right now.
Sure.
He gets the cycle. He gets to kill a token and a path to exile. It's like not bad. You also really want to cast a spell in your main phase so that the Elspeth doesn't, or so the Huntmaster doesn't flip.
Yeah.
Right, which means that maybe you snap path it, but that doesn't feel great.
He didn't have the mana.
No, I mean like right
Oh,
now,
right
so that the
now.
Huntmaster doesn't flip. Yeah, right, because this just kills Elspeth, unless you path it in response. Yeah.
Yeah, kill a token.
I'm curious if he's going to call for Oracle, because I'm pretty sure the new wording does actually let it hit Planeswalkers, but I really think he should have pathed the Huntmaster last turn. I could be wrong about that. But like, it's pretty hard to lose the game. You have a veto in hand. Even if your opponent gets up to 7 mana, you're kind of okay with that.
Yeah, but when Robert just starts playing his extra mountains, he's just gonna be able to like keep dinging him for 3, right?
Okay, except that he has 1
Oh,
run in play.
okay, yeah, no, that makes us.
And this Elspeth is killing a lot
Sure,
faster than that's going to matter.
Whenever this creature transformed into Ravager of the Fells,
No,
it
the-
deals 2 damage to target opponent.
The printed text is going to be wrong, because that was before the Planeswalker redirection rules change. I really don't like. I think Patrick could have won this game if he'd pathed the Huntmaster. And instead he's somewhat behind. Oh, Robert doesn't have double green. That path, yeah, that should be exiled because it was snapcastered. Yes, okay, they fixed it. A single player did cast 2 spells, so the Huntmaster flipped back. Yeah, this Huntmaster is just doing a lot of work now. I think it's I think it's pretty hard for Patrick to win. From
Yeah,
this
player
position.
or planeswalker.
I'm at 15.
Yep.
I would leave up the field. I might kill the Valor Pit.
So yes.
Oh,
Master flipped can't hit planeswalkers.
yeah. Is there Gideon in hand? Maybe you play that. I mean, you definitely play that. Yeah, plus on that.
Are you gonna play any of the new Gideon?
What's the new Gideon? The one that's a 4/4 automatic
Yeah.
on your turn? No.
Why not?
His other abilities don't do anything I
It's
care
an
about. do they?
indestructible 4/4.
Yeah, says Gideon in the Trials. I already don't play Gideon in the Trials.
But the new Gideon.
It's worse in control decks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I get that, but come on.
You can't lose the game is a really powerful clause.
It's whatever.
It's basically the most powerful line of text imaginable.
Sure.
So redirect to the Gideon. Does he kill a soldier? Kills a Snapcast Ranger. Yeah.
Now this is some magic. This is great.
I think not killing this on Master 3 turns ago has actually lost him the game.
Robert's at 14.
Yeah, and if he ever hits a land, he just wins. Well, if he hits a green source, he just wins the game. Because of Scape Shift.
Yeah.
Assuming there's a second Delicate in the deck, which I have to imagine there is. So, yeah, sure, you just... Is 8 damage? I think Robert's pretty clearly very far ahead.
It's not a
Yeah, no
forest.
green source. You can kill Teferi.
That's a Gideon.
Yes. Gideon. My
Proud of
bad.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Robert's ahead of pretty much every metric that matters. Let's see, what does Patrick have to do to win this game? Let's think.
11.
Some sort of wrath effect.
So
into a
Dispel stops.
Planeswalker.
Well, Wrath wouldn't usually be good enough because of. Yeah, sure, Madness and Risen.
Yeah, I like being
It is.
aggressive with that.
Yeah, he's just trying to cycle for a green source. Right, he just wants to end the game.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to keep that negate, yeah. Planes, pass. Sure, attack. It's whatever.
Yeah, he's gonna try to bluff counter.
Yeah, he's also holding up Fielder in this way, which
Yeah,
maybe
which is
he
fine.
thinks matters. Oh, this remand is even better than I thought it was. It makes him cast Serum twice, which lets you flip your Master again. Roberts, what a guy.
I tell you what,
Even if one one's in
smart dude.
Yeah, I think Patrick.
Oh, there's a second green source.
Yes, that's game. I think Patrick just
Woo!
failed to respect how powerful Huntmaster of the Fells is,
Yeah. So here's what he's gonna do.
which is
little-
reasonable. The
He's gonna
cards.
do a little bait and switch. You ready for this?
What?
He's gonna cast.
Is he gonna cast Jace first?
He's gonna cast Jace first.
I think better is to just cast Scape Shift with Dispel up on your against your opponent with one card in hand.
Does he have it in hand?
Dispel? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Bet.
Cast Emrakul. Is there an Emrakul? Oh, is that what he's
Yes.
doing? What a guy.
What a
I played
guy.
this game like an idiot.
He can like
There
Does
are, like,
Emrakul
4
count
different spots
all
where I
graveyards?
no, just yours.
Red.
And I screwed it up.
Just kill your own Jace real quick.
Kill your opponent real quick.
Just cast a Jace and then cast Scape Shift. And look like an idiot. And he's like, yeah, I don't have a counter in hand.
I mean, casting Jace first plays around Dovin's Veto, or casting Scape Shift holding up Dispel plays around your opponent deciding not to counter Jace the Mind Sculptor,
Sure.
which I think usually just wouldn't happen. Okay, so Robert gets, I don't know, like an island here or something. Maybe
Yeah,
a
some forest.
forest. Yeah, I would go forest so that you're not diluting, so you're not taking all the mountains out of your deck. So Scape Shift resolves. Fail to find. I assume the Scape Shift is resolving. I don't think it's anything you can do about
Yeah.
it.
There's nothing. You got a Flood Strain in hand.
Yeah. So, what? He chose not to sacrifice anything? Is there only one Valakut in the deck?
Inch. Oh, you know what? He probably sideboarded one out just because of this match.
Maybe.
That's cool.
I think Valakut's still good enough. I'm not sure I agree with that, but whatever. Robert, obviously, more experienced in the deck than I am.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
can't-
seems strange to me, but I would not be surprised. But I'm not surprised to learn that it's probably right. You cannot kill this Jace. You can only put it to 1. Because there are 4 blockers for your 4 attackers that aren't flying. You're talking Robert? That's fair.
Yep.
You can try to kill this Jace over 2
Whoa.
turns.
Ooh, let's go.
That enters with a charge counter.
He's
This-
got it. He's got it, boyo.
Who casts? Oh, he casts no spells. Right, I forgot. That's the other. So you can put 2 counters on it, and then. So he's not going to be able to kill this, whatever it's called, Huntmaster for a while.
So escape shift to day
The
card.
moment when you wish blast
If there's only one
zero
value.
counters.
Yeah, there's only one value cut. This Scapesh now does nothing.
So we're putting that back and search for tomorrow.
The
Yeah,
only way
sure.
it's worse than engineer disposal.
Scapesh search tomorrow, and then activate your fetch land. He can play. He can probably play the Emrakul now. Right, instant, creature, land, sorcery. If they're planeswalker or an enchantment, that might be a search for you.
I'm gonna let you do
What
it.
is that? Instant, sorcery, land, creature. So they're 9, and this is 4, 8, 9. Yeah, he has 9 mana.
Not a ton you can do.
So even if there isn't a 5th card type, as long as this Mystery Reinforced has something to fetch, he can still cast Emrakul.
I'm sure it does. There's no way it doesn't, right?
Right. I mean, there's definitely a stomping ground in the deck somewhere.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure.
Is there? Oh, here
Oh,
we
there's
go.
also a 5th card type, apparently. Instant, sorcery, creature, land. Creature, instant, land,
Land, creature, instant sorcery.
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 I count only 4. So Emrakul costs 9 mana. Okay, so he has to fetch before casting the Emrakul. That's what I was confused about.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's see if this does anything. He can. I guess he can blow the blast zone on 1, so that doesn't. So that's a non-issue.
Yep. Trigger.
We did it. Took you.
Yep.
Right. So, do you Alpha Strike? You might as well, right?
I don't see a reason not to.
You're not really worried about protecting this Jace. You also have a 13/13 in the way of whatever your opponent's doing.
Yeah.
You can suicide the Colonnade into the Emrakul as well. It's like pretty much impossible for this to. Okay, cool. So
And I am going to
What?
fail to find.
play that fetch, fail to find.
Thank you
do
for
8.
putting the Supreme Verdict back into my deck.
I don't care.
Bring that blast station up to like 100.
Well, no. I think you want to activate. I think you want to just blow up the blast zone on 3 since it doesn't kill anything, and then activate Colonnade,
Oh no. I'm
attack.
going this turn.
Yeah.
Just like have him suicide his entire board.
Yeah.
Right. So just activate Colonnade, Alpha Strike, and then kill everything,
Float in mana.
and blow up the blast zone.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. So that does. Oh, he didn't attack with the soldier tokens? What a guy. What a gentleman.
I don't care.
Decided to leave him with a couple of own ones.
He's humble.
Tazak Island, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
People play that game
All right.
bad.
Well,
So-
hey,
Me much.
you know
more.
what?
That was
I'm
a
just
good
happy we got to a game 3.
Yeah, you should have won that game.
I should have won
That
that.
Say
was,
again.
that was pretty sweet.